Hello, this is Jeremy Miners of AGREM LLC, and today I'm going to be demonstrating the AGREM SDS design software. This software is designed to create subsurface drainage designs, particular pattern tile drainage systems and random tile drainage systems. AGREM SDS was created for tile contractors. With over 20 years of development in the software, you'll find that the AGREM SDS design software includes many features that will increase the accuracy, the quality, and the speed on which you can produce subsurface drainage design. AGREM SDS makes organization of your designs easy. Our software uses a Windows-based structure for saving and transferring files. You can save fields either by each having its own database, or by farm, or by field. You can easily import and export backups of your designs and geologic files from GCS Topo and GCS Pipe. You can also send with just a click your field to AGREM for help. We can either review your design, or if you don't have the time, design for you. Any good design first starts with a good survey and topo. AGREM SDS allows you to create multiple different types of topography maps and modify your survey. First of all, AGREM SDS allows you to see your survey based on the timing of survey, and then from this survey, identify points that may be too high or too low due to RTK error. You then can eliminate these high and low points with just a few simple clicks. After you have cleaned your survey, you can then generate a topographical map using any contour interval that you desire, whether that would be a sub-inch all the way up to several hundred feet. You then can add any satellite imagery that you desire, or imagery such as a soil map. AGREM SDS Advanced Drawing Tools allows for quick and easy design of pattern tile drainage systems. The first method of drawing is that of the straight line function, which is typically used for heterolaterals and mains. Simply select the type of main, the size, and your desired perforations, and then begin drawing your line in as many different segments as you desire. This line will be created upon refreshing your screen so that you will then be able to quickly view your profiles if desired. Once you have completed drawing your line with a simple click and then clicking refresh, your line will now be created. This line will then appear on your screen, and then you can view its size and sequence number, and if grade and depth information is saved, that as well. The next drawing feature is that of the polyfill. In this, like with the straight line, you select your type of tile, and then you can select the polyfill feature and your desired spacing. For drawing these methods of lines, you select a box or a polygon in the area that you wish for this type of tile to be placed. You do this simply by clicking the area where you want these lines to appear. It does not matter whether or not you connect to your main or get close. You can always add your main later if desired. The lines will fill in the box based on your first spaced lateral at your desired spacing. When the polygon is finished, you then are able to draw your polyline within that box based on where you want your first line or your model line to appear. Of note, this line does not have to actually be within the box. That way it allows you for easily spacing with portions of your design that have been designed earlier. Once you have drawn that first line, simply click the refresh button and your laterals will be there. You can then modify these lines using the different drawing features and design features that are described next. The AGREM SDS design software also includes several drawing features that increase the efficiency and ability of you to make your tile designs. The first quick click features allow you to do many different tasks. First of all, you can color a tile line so that it's easier to see on the screen. You can then change that tile line by just a simple 2-click process and typing in the new size of what that tile line should be. You can also, with just a click, delete tile lines. In this case, the second lateral from the north. In this situation, that line has now been deleted. But there are also 2 other features allowing for deletion: deleting a whole section of the field or a number of sequences. You can also quickly click on a line and see its profile. In this case, it automatically selects that profile and it will show the profile for that lateral. You can then also see information on its flow as well as its different drainage coefficients, slopes, and depths. The next feature allows you to clip tile lines by clicking on the location where you want a tile line to stop and then selecting yes. You can also divide a tile line using the same feature. You can click on a tile line and easily divide that tile into 2 different tile lines. Once you have refreshed your screen, you will then be able to see the different changes that we have just made. As you can see, the farther north tile has now been switched to a 3-inch, which is shown as a red line. This tile has been clipped, and if you look down a little bit farther here, you can see that this tile has now been made into 2 different tiles. The next feature is that of different drawing of objects. The Draw Other Object feature allows you to draw many features to improve the aesthetics of your maps and to measure distance and area. Once you have selected the features that you want, simply click the Click to Draw button and then draw a perimeter around the area that you want this new feature to appear. Now, if you are measuring a distance, such as a fence row, you would draw a simple line. Once you are able to have your whole feature covered, you then simply will right-click to finish drawing and select yes, hit refresh, and now your new feature has been added to your map along with its measurement of distance and area. You can also load in multiple types of background images, including historical images. This historical image will be used as an example of our next feature, adding critiques. These critique points allow you to have real latitude and longitude information that you can take to the field. This historic map shows different shadings where there may be pre-existing tile. You can confirm this in the field by adding a critique point, by simply clicking Add Point, selecting the location, and then viewing what is the label of that point. Here you can see its latitude and longitude. You can also add text to this point or anywhere in your map as a description. To do so, you follow the same procedure by adding the critique point, add the text that you want to have written and where, and then your font size, and click OK. Once you have done so, you can then refresh your map, and this information will then be shown on the map. Now, you can add a lot more critique points than just, say, tile cuts or text. You can also add lines, circles, tile outlet locations, benchmarks, you name it, the options are there. You can then also quickly change that type of critique point and its color so that it will appear more visibly on the map. For the text, we have now switched it to a red color, and you'll now see that it will appear to be a lot more visible on the southeastern corner of the field with the historical background image. I will now show you the process of viewing your tile profiles and saving this information so you can take it out to field. To access profiles, simply click Profiles at the top of the screen. On the profile screen, you can set your minimum, optimal, and maximum depth and grades per tile or set the default. Once selected, type in the main sequence number or select it from a drop-down box. Then click Show tile main, and it will automatically try to solve the profile for your main. In this case, we have a problem, but that can be quickly solved by simply clicking on the tile profile and setting new grade breaks. In this case, we now have a solution. You can also see that you can select different types of machine control depths, so you can see elevation simply. Once you are satisfied, you can then click Save, hit Show Main Profile, and your information is now saved for that tile main. Simply click Refresh, and now you'll be able to put your cursor over the main and see anywhere along its route what the depth or grade information is. In this case, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, we'll have our cursor over the main, and you can see that it has a grade, depth, and its number listed. You can then also measure your distance using the line measure tool, or simply just clicking and holding, and that way you can see what your distance is from the beginning of your main to a particular location. At this point, however, we only have profile information saved from the main. Next comes the laterals. Go to Profiles, and then once you get back into your profile screen, select Use for the main and hit Show Main. This brings up the previously saved profile. Now, select Find Laterals and begin setting your desired minimum, optimal, and maximum grades for your tile laterals. At this point, you then can select whether or not you want the software to determine the optimal depth, or you can set a desired depth above the main in case you plow over the top. Once this information is selected, you then need to select your desired drainage coefficient and your spacing. Now of note, all of this information can be saved as a profile default. Then click Show Main, and voila! The software will try to determine the spacing or the correct profiles for each of your laterals. However, in some cases, there can be issues, and all this information is shown in the lower right-hand corner. You can also come back to the map screen quickly to see which laterals were picked up during that location. Now, if you see a particular problem for a lateral, all you have to do is click on that particular lateral or type it in, and you can make grade breaks, just like you did with the main. You can also adjust as many times as you want the number of times you run through the process before saving by modifying your minimum depths, maximum depths, and grades. Now, of note, your laterals do not have to have identical information from lateral to lateral. So that means you can actually go through each lateral and find a unique solution for that particular lateral. Now, once you have all of your lateral information saved, it is time to use the AGREM SDS software to size your main. Now, the AGREM SDS software will size your main appropriately based on your desired drainage and coefficient. To do so, all you need to do is be sure you have the information for your desired drainage coefficient and lateral spacing typed in, and then simply click the Size Main button. Once you've done that and you've clicked the Change Main, the software will automatically revise the main according to your desired drainage coefficient. Now, I have now left the profile screen and I'm redrawing the map, and the new main, which is now an 8-inch to a 6-inch, is shown here. You can do this for as many different desired drainage coefficients as you want. That way you can test different drainage coefficients for your field. Once you have completed your design, you can now quickly generate a bid or cost report. To do so, you first need to enter and save your prices and cost information by vendor or type of job. After doing so, the software will then calculate based on footage, the number of connections, and additional costs, what your profit and costs would be for that particular job. You can then also calculate this information on a per acre basis. You then can provide either the entire information to your client, keep that for your records, or a reduced form of the information. Map generation with AGREM SDS is quick and easy, and you can adjust the map based on what you want to see. You can show footages, acreages, contours, backgrounds, and much more. Or you can choose not to show this information. The choice is yours. You get to decide what you want on your map to present to your client. And last, you can then take your design to the field to load into geologic pipe with just a simple click. You select the export, select GCS export, and you are ready to go. Thank you for watching our demonstration of the AGREM SDS design software. There are many more features of the software not shown, but if you want to discuss these, learn more, or purchase a license, please contact us at agrem@agrem.com or contact one of our dealers. Thank you.